at our rehearsal dinner. My fiancé's best friend raised her glass and joked, "Can't believe you're marrying down." Vanessa laughed and replied, "It's fine. He's useful." I didn't say a word. I just let her finish the toast. The next morning, the venue called to confirm her card had been charged for everything. Names and details have been changed, for reasons that will make sense soon. Right now, I'm standing in the bathroom of a restaurant, staring at my reflection. My tie is straight, my hands are steady, and I've just committed fraud. Multiple counts, probably, and honestly, I feel great. My name is Marcus. Well, not really, but let's go with that. I'm 35, run a small contracting business. It's not glamorous, but it pays well. My fiancée, Vanessa, works in finance. She earns more than I do, and she never lets me forget it. We've been together 4 years, engaged for 1. The wedding was supposed to be tomorrow. Because about 20 minutes ago, I canceled everything. The venue, the catering, the flowers, the band. All of it. And the best part? It was all going on her credit card. Yeah, I know that's fraud. I switched the payment information 2 months ago, when I took over as the main point of contact for all the vendors. Change her card to mine in the system. She never checked. Too busy trusting me to handle logistics while she focused on dresses, cakes, and Instagram-worthy details. Was it legal? Not even close. Smart? Debatable. Do I care? Not in the slightest. Let me back up. The rehearsal dinner started 3 hours ago. Everything was fine. Good food, open bar, polite laughter. Both our families were there, along with the wedding party. Around 40 people in total. I covered the dinner, as planned. She wanted the luxury venue and the overpriced photographer. I agreed to handle the rehearsal. Then came the toasts. My best man spoke first. Funny story about college. A bit of advice. Applause all around. Then Vanessa's maid of honor stood up, Lauren, her best friend since college. Trust fund brat. Drives a car worth more than my business. Never liked me. Made sure I knew it. She grabbed the mic with that familiar smirk and started talking about how they met. Some spring break memory. Then she turned to me. "And Marcus," she said, dragging it out. "Can't believe you're actually marrying down, Ness." We had bets on how long this would last. The room went silent. I saw my mom's face go pale, my dad's hand tighten on hers. But Vanessa, she was smiling, not embarrassed, not awkward, just smiling. Lauren kept going. "But I get it. He's useful. Need a sink fix? Marcus. Furniture moved? Marcus. Like having a handyman on call." A few of her friends laughed. I looked at Vanessa again, waiting for her to say something, to stop it, to defend me, to act like she cared. Instead, she raised her glass. "It's fine," she said loudly. "He's useful." Then she clinked her glass against Lauren's and laughed. The bridesmaids joined in. It wasn't a slip. It was deliberate. A choice. And she made it in front of everyone, my parents, her family, our friends. I didn't yell, didn't storm out. I just smiled, nodded, and let Lauren finish. Then I excused myself to the bathroom. That's where it clicked. It wasn't a plan at first, more of a realization. I'd been managing all the vendor communication for weeks. Vanessa was too busy to handle the boring stuff, so I became the point of contact. 2 months ago, when the venue asked for a car on file, I gave them mine instead of hers. Told myself it was easier that way, just one person managing everything. But maybe, somewhere deep down, I already knew this day would come. I pulled out my phone, opened my email, and checked the vendor confirmations. Every contract, venue, caterer, florist, band, photographer, had my name and card attached. Quick calculation, roughly $32,000 total. Then I started dialing. First, the venue. They had an emergency coordinator on call. She answered after 3 rings. "This is Marcus Chun, regarding the Wilson Chin wedding tomorrow." "Yes, Mr. Chun. How can I help? I need to cancel the event." Silence. "Sir, the wedding is less than 24 hours away. Our cancellation policy clearly states." "I don't want a refund," I interrupted. "I know it's non-refundable. I just need it canceled." More silence. Typing. Mr. Chun, I'll need to verify. You're listed as the primary contact, and the card on file is yours. That's correct. And you're requesting full cancellation? Yes. Is everything okay? She asked gently. Everything's fine. I said evenly, just cancel it. She confirmed the details. Warned me I'd forfeit all payments. $12,000 for the venue alone. I said I understood. 5 minutes later, it was done. Next was a caterer, $8,000. Then the florist, $3,000. Then the band, $4,000. Finally, the photographer, $2,500. She sounded genuinely disappointed. Said she'd been looking forward to shooting that venue. I almost felt bad. Almost. By the time I hung up the last call, everything was canceled. Every contract. Every booking. $32,000 gone. Non-refundable. Money I'd never see again. And worth every cent. I splashed water on my face, straightened my tie, and walked back out. The dinner was still lively. People laughing, drinking, unaware. Vanessa was at the center of it all, surrounded by Lauren and her bridesmaids, glowing with that same smug smile. She didn't even notice I'd been gone. I'd been gone about 30 minutes when I finally sat back down. My brother leaned over and whispered, "You okay?" "Never better," I said. He gave me that look, the one that says he doesn't believe me, but didn't press. I stayed another hour, smiling, chatting, accepting congratulations like everything was fine. When the check came, I covered it without hesitation. $3,000. What's another 3,000 when you've already burned through 32? People began trickling out. Vanessa came over, a little tipsy, and kissed me on the cheek. "See you tomorrow, husband," she teased. She was staying at the hotel with the bridesmaids. Tradition. "See you tomorrow," I replied. After helping my parents to their car, my mom hugged me tight. "Are you sure about this?" she whispered. Somehow, she already knew. "I'm sure," I told her. Then I drove home, my house in my name, the one I bought 3 years before we got engaged. I cracked open a beer, sat on the couch, and waited for morning. The call started at 7. My phone lit up, Vanessa, then Lauren, then Vanessa again, 5 times in 10 minutes. Then came the text. "What did you do? Call me right now. The venue says everything's canceled. This isn't funny." By 8, I finally called her back. "What did you do?" Her voice trembled. "I canceled the wedding," I said. "Everything. The venue, the catering, flowers, all of it. You can't do that. You can't just cancel our wedding." "I just did." "It's done." "Marcus, this isn't funny. Call them back and fix it." "No." Silence. Then, "What do you mean, no?" "I mean we're done. The wedding's off. We're over because of Lauren's toast." "Are you serious right now?" "It was a joke, Marcus." "It wasn't a joke," I said. "You call me useful. You said marrying down was fine because I'm useful, in front of everyone, in front of my parents." "Oh my God, you're being so sensitive. Everyone does roasts at rehearsal dinners." "No," I said, "they don't. And I'm done pretending it's okay. I'm done being your punchline. Marcus, please, we can fix this. We'll rebook everything." "Nothing's getting rebooked. And before you try to sue me or drag your parents into it, you should know, all the vendors, they're under my name, my card, my contracts. I was the primary contact. So legally, I canceled my bookings. My money, my decision." I could hear her breathing hard on the other end. Then softly, "You switched the cards." "I did." "When?" 2 months ago. Back when you were too busy to deal with vendor calls and asked me to handle everything. That's fraud, Marcus. That's illegal. "Prove it," I said. "Prove you didn't authorize me. Prove you didn't ask me to handle the vendors. Prove I wasn't acting on your behalf as your fiancé and co-planner. Good luck with that." There was a long pause. Then she started crying. Real tears this time. "I can't believe you're doing this." "I can't believe it took me 4 years," I said. "Don't contact me again." I hung up, blocked her number. Then Lauren's. then her mom's. An hour later, the pounding started. I watched through the window as Vanessa and Lauren stood on my porch, ringing the bell and hammering the door. After 10 minutes, they gave up. Sunday was quiet, peaceful. I ordered food, watched TV, enjoyed the silence. Monday morning, I packed Vanessa's things, not much, just a few clothes and toiletries. Most of her stuff was still at her apartment downtown, 4 boxes total. I left them by the door and texted her from a new number. Your things are packed. Pick them up by noon or I'm donating them. She showed up around 11 with Lauren and another bridesmaid. I opened the door and pointed at the boxes. Lauren tried to push past me. We need to make sure you didn't steal anything. I blocked the doorway. Take the boxes and go. She lives here, Lauren snapped. You can't just kick her out. She doesn't live here. Her name's on nothing. She stayed here. Now she doesn't. Take the boxes. Vanessa was crying. Marcus, please. Can we talk? There's nothing to talk about. I'm sorry, she said through tears. I should have stopped Lauren. I know that. You should have stopped her 4 years ago. I said, every little jab about me not being good enough. You never said a word, because you agreed with her. That's not true. It is. You said it yourself in front of 40 people. You said marrying down was fine, because I'm useful. That's not love. Vanessa, that's convenience. Lauren stepped forward. You're such garbage. She loved you, and you humiliate her like this? I humiliated her. I laughed. Take the boxes and get off my property. They loaded up the car and drove away. The next week went exactly as expected. Angry texts from her family, threats from her dad about lawsuits. I ignored them all. My lawyer reviewed everything and confirmed what I already knew. A great area, but solid. My name, my card, my bookings. To accuse me of fraud, they'd have to prove criminal intent. Nearly impossible. At best. It was a, she said, civil issue, not worth any lawyer's time. 2 weeks later, a letter came from her attorney threatening legal action. My lawyer replied with a calm summary of the facts. Primary contact, authorized access, co-planner, no deception. That was the end of it. A month later, I ran into one of Vanessa's co-workers. She told me the story of the rehearsal dinner had made its way around their office, and apparently Lauren had been bragging about it. It didn't go over well. Both of them ended up looking awful. Lauren eventually left the company voluntarily after another unrelated incident. It's been 3 months now. Losing $32,000 stings. That's real money. But I see it as the price of self-respect. The cost of not living the rest of my life as someone's useful tool. I saw Vanessa last week at a coffee shop. She spotted me, started to come over, then stopped. Our eyes met for a second. She looked like she had something to say. I walked past her without a word. I'm doing well now. Work's good. Busier than ever. I've taken on bigger projects, making solid money. I started seeing someone new last month. She's kind. She treats me like an equal, a partner. It's a completely different feeling. The house is quiet. My dog's asleep at my feet. And for the first time in 4 years, I don't feel like I'm waiting for the next disaster to hit.